Scottsdale is no longer the West's most western town. Isn't it obvious when you see so many of the things that made Scottsdale special being cast aside to make way for the new urban Scottsdale? A small horse ranch is in jeopardy of losing its business. The owners of the ranch have been teaching riding lessons for over 45 years, and Twin Acres has been operating since the mid-1990s. But now, the neighbor who has lived next door for over 20 years has just recently filed relentless complaints to code enforcement, which have cost the ranch thousands of dollars to try to comply. Scottsdale's code enforcement has cited the owner with numerous violations. But these violations are not hurting anyone. While some of the violations are for improvements made without a permit, one could argue that government regulations have gotten so restrictive that you need a permit for even the smallest of home improvements. The ranch has been forced to remove some of the stalls that provide shade for the horses in the summer. The city is demanding that the ranch remove the arena lights that provide lighting for evening classes. If you saw these lights, you would notice they are no brighter than the lighting you might have on your outside landscaping. The ranch is no longer allowed to use a small microphone and speaker to teach the riders. But if you stand 100 feet from the speaker, you can barely hear it. So, you might think, well, everyone needs to follow the rules, there should be no exceptions. Well, why doesn't the city tell that to the mega developers, who get a variance to build taller and denser buildings? If the city can give developers special permission to skirt the regulations, then why can't the ranch be given the same advantages? Here is an aerial view of this ranch. As you can see, the horse ranch is clean and well organized. On the other hand, just look at the weed-infested property owned by the neighbor who is filing the complaints. Can you imagine if there was a fire at his house? But the city is doing nothing to force him to clean up his disastrous yard. So you might ask, what is the real agenda here? Why has the neighbor, after 20 years, decided to harass the owners of the ranch? And why is the city listening to him? Well, just do some research and you will find out what relationship the neighbor has with both the city and developers. This small business is a huge benefit to the community. Many parents say the riding classes are the highlight of their children's week. Children look forward to visiting with their favorite horse. Did you know that even tourists will stop by the ranch to get a taste of how Scottsdale used to be? The horses can be effective therapy for people with disabilities. Janice and her sister have helped so many people over the years. They love what they do. They don't do it for the money. Twin Acres is one of the few remaining horse ranches still operating in Scottsdale. But now that may be in jeopardy. Has the city abandoned everything that used to make Scottsdale a special place? Granted, some of the rules have been violated, but why can't the city give the same leniency to the horse ranch that they give to their favorite developer? We all support Twin Acres and the owners who have stood strong throughout this whole ordeal. We hope to organize a fundraiser to help with the expenses that have been incurred over the last 6 months. Aren't there some things that are worth fighting for? If the ranch is forced to shut down, that would be a great loss to everyone in the community.